Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation Integration Part 144, A Decade of Torture. Literally, it's September 6th, so I'm turning 29 years of age in 4 days. Since going to college, I have done nothing. I have literally done nothing. At any point in my life, I have done nothing besides deal with other people's insecurities. In a personal way, in a general way, my parents, friends, going to school, coaches, guidance counselors, other people's parents. But yeah, I've literally done nothing. Solved all science when I was a kid. Nobody will let me talk about it. Nobody will publish my research. So every single day of my life, I've waken up. And I don't sleep more than 2 to 3 hours at a time because I'm so socially isolated. And so bam, this entire time I've just done nothing besides get tortured. So Guinness Book of World Records, I need a plaque for the longest time enduring torture in the United States of America in the 21st century, or probably ever, really. So at least if you get physically tortured, most of the time you get to die at the end. I just keep waking up and tomorrow keeps fucking sucking just like yesterday, just like the next 10 years will be from now. So yeah, officially I've survived 10 years of literal actual torture. So again, shout out to all the people in the Columbus, Ohio, DeSales, St. Paul community that literally refuse to raise their children and support my work in any fucking way. When all this shit goes viral and you start supporting this, I hope you guys never have jobs, I hope your kids never have fucking careers, I hope you get shamed the fuck out of society for real. So we got current events and talking points, another cat of conversations type episode. We have relevant and random stories, and a nice smiley face for you to enjoy. For some nice artwork, in case you get bored listening to me talk. It's just a smiley face. That is not a wiener. It's no wieners. It's just a smiley face to fill up the board space. So, what do we have for the news today? Oh, we had a chairman of the Russian oil giant Lukoil dies after falling out of a hospital window. Falling out of a hospital window. It's a classic Russian move. If they're not going to hit you with a Novichok, if the Novichok boys aren't pulling up, well, you're going to get defenestrated. So it's a great historical term that we've forgotten since European history, AP European history in high school. Defenestration. I believe that took root kind of around the French Revolution. I'll do a history lesson on the French Revolution. Just again, anything that has structured things out there, I'll just be reciting in my own words and opinions and stuff. But history facts are history facts. So again, I will be doing some actual history lessons if I can never stop documenting me being tortured. And again, we're on part 144. A decade, a literal decade, and nobody gives a fuck at all. Nobody cares about me. People only care about how my work and my life reflects on them because they're so fucking selfish. And it's just fucking disgusting. If you lie about history in any fucking way, there's an old Tosh.0 clip. It's like, you know what today is, September 10th, you know what tomorrow is, party at my place. And so again, if you lie about any history in any capacity, you're being fucking sued. Just because Americans and other human beings can't move on, it's not my fucking problem. You're not going to lie about my fucking life to any capacity whatsoever. So yeah, building 7 can't fall down at all. That wasn't even hit by a plane. Things can't fall down with no air resistance without being blown up. Not possible. So if there's 12 Saudis, yep, but jet fuel still really doesn't melt steel beams. It really doesn't. And certainly nothing can fall without air resistance. Literally zero air resistance unless it's dust underneath of it. So retards. But yeah, so we don't need to worry about the Russian oil giants. We just need to worry about our own fucking government just deciding to murder its own citizens because again, there's no reason. It's just savages. We're just brutal fucking savages on a fucking rock with no fucking morality, no decency, no ability for values whatsoever. So what are we going to do? We're going to kill a bunch of people and say, well, economy or something. I'm going to show my group I'm willing to kill for that. I'm going to blow up some innocent citizens as Michael Bloomberg's kids know how to stay home from school on September 11th. And how's our economy doing? Every single fucking person that is alive aware of my work older than the age of 12 dies in filthy fucking shame. You're going to know you're a handful of your family members and your 5 fucking friends, and that is your universe. Then you're in my fucking world. And fuck you. Because if you're aware of my work, it's not personal. You're slowing down the progress of the human species for real. Just because it's happening now, people can't fucking change. No one feels responsibility for it. So we got some defenestration going on in Russia, and we're celebrating murdering our own citizens on 9/11 here in America soon. Student loan payments don't repay the taxpayer, LOL. Again, I keep hearing this argument like tax or loan forgiveness is causing more financing. If anything, it's talking again about dollars spent 7 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. So when I hear an economic argument about student loans as being inflationary, it's like it's not money being spent today. It's a choice to forgive loans so you don't have to pay it back. So absolutely no. Again, forget student loan forgiveness. There's not a single person that can comment on what's causing inflation. I would be the guy to be able to. And it's just too diverse. There's too many players in the marketplace to say this is exactly what's caused. And again, when I'm estimating overall speciality consolidation of a mature species, of a species that's been technologically plateaued for a million years, the behavior consolidation is still going to be like 80%. So it's not going to be like everyone's going to know how to behave, everyone's going to know how to do this, there's always going to be kids, everyone's going to have to reproduce and teach the next generation how to be a less dumb animal. And so commenting on inflation and student loans is just illiteracy on illiteracy and beta males and females wanting to have opinions, and they're fucking dumb animals that just come and don't know how to think. So, student loans, again, it's not like if I pay back my student loan, that goes back to the guy that the federal government allocated that dollar 7 years ago. It's like that guy's checking back up like, oh, thanks, Bill. So again, it's just nonsense argument. We got the Republicans saying 1 + 1 = 3, and the Democrats saying 1 + 1 = 4. And it's just like, whatever. That was just another thought I got from I briefly watched another PVD podcast, I forget which one, but Adam Sosnick, and I quote, he's against student loan forgiveness, and then like 2 seconds later in the conversations, he says, and I quote, well, I was just trying to get laid. Again, talking about like socializing from like age 15 to age probably like, I don't know, how old are you today, Adam Sosnick? 45? So from like 15 to like 45 today, you're just trying to get laid because you're a pathetic fuck. Again, not die, reproduce. You're stuck at the reproduce stage. You're like, why doesn't the world work for everybody? It should all be great. Now I want to have opinions on the PVD podcast. Don't bet on Goliath and you can bet on Bet David. You're just beta male fucking cunts. Just fucking retards. Worthless piles of shit. Patrick, Bet David, and Adam Sosnick, $10 million to come on your podcast and roast you the fuck into the fucking ground. And then sue you for theft of intellectual property. Joe Biden's speech in the Red Picture, Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Oh, that really got the betas really fired up this week. It was a picture, and again, I don't do politics to any extent at all. But like, when they say, oh my gosh, and I didn't listen to the speech, but just reading through Twitter, the most divisive speech in human history, and it's like, people are just going to extremes on both sides. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's the worst thing ever. Again, the lighting is like maybe a little ominous, but again, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Democrats, fuck Republicans, fuck Americans, fuck human beings. I hate all human beings equally. Criminals and thieves, hate them all. But the optics, I don't know, it didn't strike me as like fucking ridiculous. They just zoomed in on the red part. There was a blue part in the background. And so like you have the Democrats be like, admittedly, that was a bad optics. The optics weren't even bad to me in terms of like ominous, threatening presidential speech thing. It was just I don't know, you go into another person's house and they paint a wall a different color, you're not like, oh my gosh, terrorist, terrible fucking person, most demeaning speech ever. And then they just go extremes. It's like, he called everyone a fascist, and then like, I followed Joe Biden on the Twitter, and it's like, I didn't see him call anyone a fascist, and it's like, oh, the most divisive things ever, because the MAGA Republicans are a threat to decent society. They did cause an insurrection. That did occur. So again, we just have, the Republicans, we're all children. Democrats and Republicans are children. Democrats are a little more pathetic than the Republicans. Everybody's illiterate. And so, when they Donald Trump's the best, that's so bad, they just go to extremes. The one thing they can take with any tonality, any sentiment where they can say, oh, I'm gonna make this extreme, and they project more words on it, and then it's just beta males and females arguing about values they don't have. So I didn't really, I just do this for news and content because I have to do something today. I drew a nice smiley face. And so it was pretty neutral on the whole thing, but Joe Biden said, I did see the part in his speech where he said, America is free and just. Personal lawsuit, Joe. Do not lie about history. I don't care if you fucking killed me. Send the Novichok boys. Send George Bush. Give me the steel beam boys. Whoever planted those bombs. I don't give a fuck. I'm not living. This is not a life. This is slavery. This is literally fucking slavery. I'm a slave in the United States of America. Violated my constitutional rights, or the program I'm forced to work, and I can't fucking leave. If I try to leave, armed fucking presence in form of law enforcement stops me. So, we are not free, or we are not just, and we are not lying about fucking history. Lawsuits. And fuck your kids, man. Shout out to Beau Biden. He's doing well today. Trump requests a special master for Mar-a-Lago document seizure. Department of Justice says that's unnecessary. Judge grants the request. So again, we have Donald Trump still saying that the election was stolen. Again, we just exaggerate, and then our followers and our pathetic, valueless fucks also exaggerate. Then we say, oh, we're just hardworking Americans, and the average American is a literate, worthless piece of shit. But I don't know, special master, facts are facts. You don't need a special master if your species consolidates to knowing how to behave like an adult. But I guess it's either, again, I still have not seen anything really indicative of how severe this is. I don't give a fuck. It's this top secret, and it's like a plane, part for a plane over here. It's not really endangering human life today. So again, just can't really comment in a meaningful way, because can you access public records of law enforcement now? So we had, I'm going to get to that in a bit. We had the Bed Bath & Beyond CFO jump from the 18th floor of New York City, Gustavo Arnal. He joined Bed Bath in 2020. Again, I'm assuming he jumped. It certainly seemed like a suicide to me. But it's like, it's either he fell, or he fell just like the Luke Hoyle guy, the outspoken guy against the Russian-Ukraine war. Did he fall like that, or did he actually fall, or did he jump? And so now, again, somebody wanted to be respectful of his life, and I just don't know the news. If you fell out of a fucking window, that's an accident. If you jumped out of a window, that's fucking suicide. But we want to be polite and respectful, so we use words that don't matter, and we project goodness onto our other people, and we cause more suffering, death, and confusion. So I looked into his career. I mean, he was like 20 years at Goldman Sachs or big companies. So when he joined in 2020, so do I see that as any direct? Again, obviously can't speak to the guy's dead, but do I think that is as a result of any of like the price action movement of Bed Bath & Beyond recently? No, I just don't, because he has an illustrious career and joined in 2020. I don't see how a C-suite executive who can just go suck another dick and get another good job over here is going to be too bummed out about, I don't know what his net worth is, tens of millions easily, certainly. CFO of big companies, if not low hundreds of millions or whatever. But I just conjecture. I doubt that Bed Bath & Beyond's price action or company developments is why he jumped out. But obviously, we'll never know. Never know until we're all dead and figure out all the truth anyway. 2 days after Bed Bath & Beyond announced plans to close 150 stores out of 900 and lay off 20% of its staff. Yeah, I obviously can't know for sure, but I seriously fucking doubt that had anything to do with it. My guess is just a worn-out business guy that's tired of living because he has no personality and he's just paying bills and getting to tomorrow. South Korea to triple payments for having children after breaking its own record low fertility rate. They're going to pay $740 a month, or 1 million won, for 1 year, then $370 a month for a second year post-birth. And so their fertility rate went from 0.84 children per woman to 0.81 children per woman. So looked up some stats. Globally, the average is 2.5 children per woman, skewing higher in African countries. I think the data I looked up was like kind of old, maybe 2018, but I don't know. China, just looking for other ones. Again, trying to get what's like low, what's high. High seem to be 4 to 6. Low seem to be less than 1.2 children per woman. So China had 0.9, Puerto Rico had 0.9. I don't know. I think we'd go for World War III. Humanity could go for a good purge. No one's kids are fucking knowing how to behave. No one has fucking values. So I don't really. Birth rate, I don't know. Human beings can go extinct. Let's save the northern white rhinos instead of us. Fuck human beings. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if you don't know how to raise kids, you shouldn't have kids. And we live in a valueless society. So pretty neutral stat. Oh, we have at least 11 killed and dozen injured in a stabbing range in Canada. So that's pretty good. Again, now, and then I see people like whoever the fuck Tim Footen is, Benny Johnson. I just literally click any random fuck on here with a yellow blue check mark just to get talking points. But Tim Fitton, Tom Fitton from Judicial Retard Land, Judicial Watch, he's fucking stupid. And just a talking head for Republicans. Oh, there was another one. Another stupid fuck. Tim Pool, that's dude's for talking retarded. Oh, Carl Quintanilla, he's pretty cool. He's on CNBC. Jim Jordan, retard. Tommy Lorraine, retard. Ben Shapiro, obvious retard. Fuck is this guy? He's always tweeting. He's like a comedy dude. I'll keep scrolling and try to find his fucking stupid picture. But he tweeted something like, "Oh, should we ban all knives now? No, we still need to change the sentiment of the people so that when and it was two brothers. I think one of them is now dead. I think they stabbed each other. That's pretty good. It's productive use of society or for society. But yeah, no, you still need to change the sentiment for the motivation to go hurt other people because they're so selfish. We need to stop being selfish, and the world is stagnated in pure selfishness. So can't find this fucking dude. And he's always fucking tweeting. And I only follow like 200 people. Tom Fitner called that guy. Whatever. Bill Diado. I can't fucking find this stupid fuck. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Just stab him in the heart. Just run around stabbing people. That's pretty cool stuff. Wonder Cheryl Filmora is still absolute fucking ass shit. Literally, every time I edit a video, I have to fucking, it freezes. Like, when I'm editing it like 2 or 3 times, then I'm exporting it. Literally, my fucking video yesterday, I literally 99% converted, and then it froze. You know, get the programs not responding on Microsoft Windows, and it's like, sweet. So Wonder Cheryl Filmora, please make a product that fucking works, you stupid cunts. Bought a lifetime subscription. Is the shit going to fucking work? No. Does anything fucking work? No. Things I'll do that in a bit. But we had big progress in the economy this week. We had the Biden administration, I believe. Let me crunch some numbers real quick. The press secretary, who's another dumb ape, she said Joe Biden has created 10,000 million jobs. So we crunch some numbers on that. Holy shit, Biden did it. He created more jobs than people on the planet. That's amazing. That is so good. What a clear, articulate speaker. Yeah, we made 10,000 million jobs. That's 10 billion jobs. We have 8 billion people. Wow, economy's roaring. Sweet. Fucking awesome. That bitch can get a job. Speak properly. 10,000 million jobs. Economy. And she starts holding off a press report, and nobody bursts out laughing at that number. Well, wait, 10,000 million jobs. We got some jobs for the aliens. Those don't exist though. You guys can go. You guys can go work at the Ford power plant, Mr. Alien from Andromeda. Go assemble some parts. Yep. We're just roaring here in the human species. We're just rocking every day. So that's good. I thought that was a good stat. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the Anton Black case. I watched this on Meet the Press, and then a couple stories, and just a couple stories to finish up. So I watched this on Meet the Press. I thought this was a good juxtaposition against the George Floyd case. Pretty similar. But again, I didn't rule on this as an actual judge, like look through absolutely everything in extreme detail. But this one was a little more, again, just really pretty neutral. So basically, Anton Black, don't know, it's again a popular case, Google it if you want the details, but just again, my opinions of what occurred, of what the legal scenario is. But I watched it on Meet the Press on September 4th, 2022. So basically you have a guy, he's like wrestling or arguing. I heard the word kidnapping thrown around, but when I just read through the story again, it looked like he was like wrestling or like having an altercation with another family member, so still could be kidnapping, but had some altercation with another person in his family, I believe. Cops come to de-escalate or probably start shooting everybody, and somehow he didn't get murdered instantly, which on scene, that's pretty much what cops do anyway. So he gets away kind of, he runs away, runs back to his family trailer park where his mom is staying, and then he gets tased. Then again, he's once again on the ground. I didn't get as good of body cam footage, and again, 75% of states restrict records, which is absolutely fucking atrocious. The purpose of law enforcement is to stop public danger. If you can't disclose all of the information of what made a person dangerous to the public, that's just enabling gang members. And worthless Proud Boys, worthless Republicans, worthless not apolitical people that are just scared and insecure people, they're just going to defend themselves in a scenario where they feel threatened. And if they have a license to kill, they're just going to kill you. It's that fucking simple. And so he gets back there, he gets tased, he gets put in restraints. The cops, again, to me, the cops' demeanor on this one was a lot less severe than the one with the George Floyd. Again, Derek Chauvin kneeling on the neck with killer eyes aimed at the camera, like, yeah, I'm gonna end a life now, which again, that's hunting. And so it's like, that was very clear body cam footage. I watched pretty much the whole segment. Couldn't really get great angles, but it looked like he was tased for a little bit, And again, certainly better than pulling out a fucking gun. So that's, again, it's decent better. But I think the cause of, he ended up dying later at the hospital. But again, I couldn't really see like the positioning of when they said, I just read an article that says the police officers were on top of him, and then the body cam footage that I said, you can kind of see like his upper torso, but again, no one's kneeling on his chest or his head or his neck, so again, where are they applying pressure, what's going on? I really just didn't have a clear angle as to what was going on. But use of a taser is obviously better than use of a gun. I forget the exact time frame, I think it was 9 minutes for George Floyd. But again, you have another scenario of when Anton's saying, like, telling his mom I love him. Again, people are empirically aware of when they're gonna fucking die. So it's again, and then like the cause of death was between it was like sudden cardiac arrest, and they said it was caused by bipolar. It's not a thing. Bipolar, no one's ever died by a panic attack ever at any point in time, because it's not a real disease. It's a state of awareness and insecurity. And so bipolar wouldn't have caused it. Taser certainly could cause cardiac arrest, and tasers can kill people, but was there an underlying heart condition? And again, this was just pretty neutral to me, because again, the cops' demeanor, they weren't looking like savages, like they were going to go hunt like Ahmaud Arbery, and those weren't cops, or the Derek Chauvin, that was a cop. Marbury case, the three dudes that recently got sentenced for hunting him down in the neighborhood. And so there was so that actual case, again, I just didn't have enough information, but it seemed pretty neutral, like the cops didn't do too many things bad, and I fucking hate all fucking cops for being fucking worthless fucking savages. But as a lawman, didn't look they did anything too bad. Again, they like even when he runs, he's like, we're not going to take him to jail. We're going to take him to get help. Again, mental health is not a thing. So it's on an individual level, they have to mature. But the cops, from my review, and again, I didn't see everything, didn't look too egregious in any fashion at all. So again, I didn't see them even like kneeling on him or like whatever. So again, a taser could certainly cause sudden cardiac arrest. But again, if he's actually, if he's kidnapping or abusing another thing, it's the cop's job to actually enforce the law, using tasers and going about it in a almost like a humanitarian way, talking about getting him help, was way better than the George Floyd scenario that I watched. So pretty neutral on the case. Definitely, I think the cop's behavior was substantially better than George Floyd. However, there was a Thomas Webster from the PD, and he was convicted of second-degree assault or indicted or alleged or accused of second-degree assault for kicking a man in the face. And he was acquitted in Dover, New Jersey, I believe. And this one was fucking disgusting. So the actual Anton Black one didn't seem to me too bad. Thomas Webster had another one where he's literally, a guy's complying, he's kneeling down on the ground, going to put his hands behind his back and literally lay down, and Thomas Webster just kicks him in the fucking face. And then he says in court, or the internal investigation review was, he thought he was going for a weapon, again with his hands behind his back, going to lower down, being completely compliant. And I watched the video. And then he felt need for his life, so he kicked him in the face, but he was going for his upper torso and missed. And kicked him right in the fucking face. Broke his fucking jaw and knocked him out. Disgusting fucking video. So why that person is even allowed to be a police officer is disgusting. And more generally, cops covering up for each other is the most disgusting thing in the world. You are gang members. When you leave this fucking world, you will be accountable to your actions. Just because you say police officers, if you committed crimes and violated people's rights and committed intimidation, extortion, murder, covering up things, planting drugs, lying, fraud, you are a gang member, and you'll be treated as such. No fucking exceptions. Police union, fuck you. Your kids go to school, no, they steal from me. You teach your kids to steal from me and then go fucking enforce the law. So, fuck you. So, the Thomas Webster, the second degree thing acquitted in Dover was absolutely fucking atrocious. But they talk about, in the Meet the Press segment, they talk about wandering cop syndrome. Just a cop gets kicked off a police force and goes over and gets another one. And I believe the Thomas Webster, I think this was in Ohio, and I'm Ohio OH, but I think he got it after the Anton Black case, got another job. So I think Thomas Webster is still rocking well on the police departments somewhere in Ohio. Again, for the Anton Black case, unless something else come out about it, I wouldn't be too severe on that. From the acquittal in Dover, New Jersey, that's fucking disgusting. But yeah, wandering cop syndrome should not be a fucking thing. All police records should be public. They should never be classified, redacted, or withheld, ever. Purpose of police is a public service to stop public dangers. So we need all the documentation in the same way a fucking library has it. The same fucking way. Testimony should never be delayed. Right, a cop gets in a shootout and he's never shot a gun before and he's all scared and all nervous and all of his boys in blue are gonna have his back because they're the biggest gang in the fucking world and they're disgusting fucking trashy fucking thieves stealing from me at school. And so they're gonna, hey Bill Kosiski, make sure your testimony's in order. Make sure your testimony is exactly what you want. We'll give you 48 hours to 72 hours, but if you're a civilian, we're gonna question you on site. On site because we need the information now. But if it's our boys in blue, well, we're gonna learn how to game the system even though we're fat fucking trash and we got into the job for $75,000 because we couldn't do anything else for society, but we wanted to have values, assert authority to others, so we picked up a gun and now you can shoot me. Sweet, so you had 72 hours to give a statement, but if you're even suspected of a crime, we're gonna show up at your hospital bed. If a black kid gets shot and we think he might be in a gang, we're gonna show up at your hospital bed for questioning. Fuck cops. Just fuck you dirty fucking trash. As the fucking highest judge in the fucking world. The human species. Fuck you. But yep, 75% of states restrict records. Fucking disgusting. I'll give you an update on Deputy Robbins. So again, the dude that harassed me, again, literally in my house, and I quote word for word on fucking record. Oh, please don't shoot. Oh, I've done enough of that this year. So again, I inquired once again. I told you about inquiring about the public records. Got the one for the actual incident here at my home. Which again, it just feels like a cage. I live in a building, edificio, no casa. But he's been involved in 0 shootings in the past 5 years. So amazing and pure disrespect. So again, I tag up David Eisenbud, Ed Witten, Sean Carroll, and Mark Cuban, who again, I send them, the only reason I email them is because I don't have a way to publish my science. That's the only reason I email those fucking people. And so I tagged them on an email, again, because I just need the records, because I'm suing these people. Driving past my house, flicking your lights and yelling out the window, stop asking for public records, is menacing and harassment. So, keep catching cases. And I think it's been Robbins, but you've been a little bit more wavy recently. It doesn't matter. All right, once it happens, the emotional damages are done, and it's true. It's fucking true. Oh, this stuff has not stopped happening in a literal decade. But big, amazing that. So he's bragging about shootings that he doesn't have. Let's just consider that behavior. If you do need to be involved in a good shoot, it shouldn't be like a thing to brag about or be ashamed about. If someone's being disrespectful and endangering somebody else's life or your own, and you put them down, there's nothing wrong with that. And conversely, if you're an insecure, immature piece of fucking shit, and you do that, and you get like a power rage, I watch some more, again, we talk about the Americans bombing Afghani citizens and be like, some again, hillbilly, hill jack from the Ohio Valley, these hollers and hills, yins and y'alls. And he's like, yeah, that was fun, let's do it again. That dumb dog should be put down fucking instantly. Because that person is not mature enough to make a decision like that. And so, we have a officer in my home jiggling his fucking gun just because I exist. My presence intimidates people. And I'm in my home, literally in my house. And he has 0 shootings and he's bragging about shootings. That's not a person with maturity enough to hold a weapon. It isn't. So bye-bye, Robbins. Your kids go to school, you're stealing from me. And if you keep harassing me and intimidating me, just more lawsuits. Whatever. This is my whole life. This is the only way anyone has ever treated me. I can wait it out or die. I don't give a fuck. I'm not threatening anybody, I just want to leave. I just want my own family and a way to fucking collect my property and get the fuck out of this third world fucking country. Never say there's freedom in America, it is a fucking lie, and it's fucking fraudulently and historically. So that was amazing to see that he was bragging about shootings that he did not have. And so in the actual Anton Black case, they say he's schizophrenic versus bipolar. And again, fake mental illnesses that don't exist, that just makes things worse. Again, I want every cop in this world, I want every scientist in this world, give me a distinct differentiation between bipolar and schizophrenia. Or any of those like made up fucking mental illness disease. What happens in the field, a cop says, oh, he's schizophrenic. And now the other cop says, oh, he's not a good person mentally. He's not healthy mentally. That's all registered. Oh, he might be more of a danger. And oh, we're going to get the help. Yeah, that's good. But again, for a fake disease, when we really just need maturity and awareness and the sentiment of the species to improve. But now to another cop, that's just like, oh, more reason to shoot somebody. So, should police respond to mental health crises? They talked about that. No. If it's not posing a physical threat to society imminently, it shouldn't be policed. And so, obviously true. When should police respond? Again, when there's an imminent or a potential violent threat to society. 91% of calls are not public threat calls to 911 or to police. Family altercations, And police and family altercations are just gonna make shit worse. But 91% of calls are not public threat calls again, so they should not be responding to most of those. Okay, so that's about, I think that's it for the top. Oh, one more talking point. An Ohio father was charged with murder after intentionally leaving a 1-year-old son in a hot car for hours. Yeah, fucking disgusting. Yeah, how do you like your kid? Is your kid, what's up with your kid? Is he, do you like him playing basketball or baseball or doing math or science? No, I like my kid medium rare. I like him well done. So let's cook him back up in the oven. Put him back in the car for another couple hours. Let him suffocate to death, yeah. Because probably an immature person doesn't know how to raise a kid, doesn't want to raise a kid. No, I'm just going to leave him in the car. If he dies, he dies. If he dies, he dies. You know, somebody got scapegoat of a society. Oh, it sells drugs. If he dies, he dies. Because I wasn't allowed to go to school and do science as my teachers are ganging up on me and can't accept scientific proof. If he dies, he dies. I've seen that look in people's eyes from everybody I've ever known. Well, he offends me. If he offends my selfishness for 2 seconds and he dies, he dies. Oh well. So that was good. So now just a couple more stories to finish up. So things I currently can't do. Sleep for more than 3 hours. I've been socially isolated to the point where I don't feel safe. I cannot sleep. If you do not feel safe, you cannot eat or sleep. And if you don't sleep well, then you can't eat. But I do, like I said, I do sleep for chunks of 3 hours. And then people say, oh, he sleeps for chunks of 3 hours, that's good enough. And nobody else, when people, like I said, beta society, I won't lose sleep over that. I will lose sleep over that. You guys can sleep properly? Like, that's not a joke. It shouldn't be fucking funny. It's true. And then just because I'm surviving, people are like, well, it's okay. It's not my responsibility. So I'm not going to support Brad's work, as I literally help everybody's families forever. So, but yeah, I don't need to sleep or eat. That's not a concern. Exercise, because no access to stem cells or health insurance to swim. Again, my lower back still has shown no real improvement. I've been going to the gym, I don't know, 2-3 times a week, doing some yard work, so walking most days that I don't go to the gym. So again, light exercise, at least, 4 times a week, and good exercise, like anaerobic cardio, getting a good lung burn at least, 2 to 3 times. But again, I'd be doing that again, would be at 4 to 5 times a week if I could get healthy, but I don't have access to healthcare here in America. And health insurance to swim, right? I had an ear infection 2 years ago. It's pretty back to normal now. But again, it took 2 years and 2 months because I don't have access to healthcare. And I could eat, with my bad back, I could easily swim for good exercise, but if I get an ear infection, I don't want to sit here for another 2 fucking years. And so it's just like I don't have access to healthcare. Eat properly, because I don't have enough. People don't pay me my money. People don't respect me in any capacity whatsoever. I have a story about that. 2 stories about that coming up. And I just need to be treated like a human being. And people refuse to treat me like an adult. People refuse to treat me with decency. People refuse to respect me because I don't know how to behave. Not because they just don't know how to behave. I've never met someone that knows how to behave. I've never met someone with the potential to behave, ever. And so I can't eat properly because of that. That's all I hear from people. Biologically older than me and no understanding of how to not be privileged and fucking pathetic. Have reliable internet. Restart my Xbox every day, every play, and my TV. So good God, Spectrum is such absolute fucking shit. I can't edit videos because this shit doesn't work. Talk about Wondershare full more. Oh, you come downstairs, show my TV. Oh, well now the internet went out last night, so I have to reconnect the TV to the internet basically every fucking day. So that's fun. And I go play on my Xbox. Oh, Xbox quick resume. And every time I try to load up Halo Infinite multiplayer, I have to load the campaign and then save the game and then go to multiplayer before it'll load or restart the Xbox. But even that's not reliable. So loading the campaign is going to be more reliable to get to multiplayer than just restarting the Xbox because quick resume, you can change gameplay scenes so fast. And now it's slower than the Xbox One. And then the Spectrum's always going fucking out. And so it's just like, sweet, man. It takes me an hour to record a video, 30 minutes to an hour to record a video. Everything's one take, improv, off the top of the head. And then 3 to 4 hours to get the editing to not fucking freeze. Because if it edited properly, it takes less than 45 minutes to an hour. Because again, I don't do much editing. I trim the beginning and ends of the videos and throw up a title screen. And so maybe put up some pictures every now and again. And so it's like my workflow, I can't get into a workflow. Like I can't be productive because nothing fucking works. Your stupid fucking kids that you're empowered don't know how to fucking do anything properly. And so that's fun. make friends or socialize at all. Again, all the stuff I've already talked about. Again, if I could socialize, I could eat, I could sleep, I could make money, I could get a girlfriend, I could do all of those things. People kick me out of the fucking groups. They say, well, Brad's more mature than us. We feel responsibility for nothing, so fuck him. If he dies, he dies. So that's all fun stuff I can't do. So another wonderful quote from Mother Dearest. Again, I went over to my parents' house to pick up some just odds and ends, see if I had anything left over there. I had snow skis, a big beanbag chair. Still haven't cleaned I have one room. I just don't really need much more furniture. But a beanbag chair, but the one room still smells like shit. There was a dog in there or something. I haven't tried to clean that out yet. So, but I go over there just to get the beanbag chair maybe, which I did not end up getting because I don't have any room for it right now, or don't want to put it anywhere. And just going through the closets, and again, my mother cannot be respectful to me as a professional adult. She just fucking can't. I kid you not. We're going through one of the closets, and again, I don't have much clothes or anything at my parents' house, but just some odds and end clothes. Again, when I was early 20s, I was like 220 to 225 with good body mass. So there was I had a lot bigger clothing. And so, just looking through old stuff, and it's just like, my mom goes, you spent all that money on those dress shirts. And I have told my mom explicitly, repeatedly, do not be disrespectful about fucking money, because the reason I'm not a literal trillion to quadrillionaire is because of fucking fraud. My mother's had a good career. She doesn't want me to do better than her. She's told me that directly. She's still a 14-year-old in some aspects when it comes to money and her kid. And so she says, you spent all of those money on dress shirts. And I made the comment like, I don't need to take dress shirts. When the last time have I fucking worn a dress shirt? Never. Never. I'm not saying never, but not in 10 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years. So I literally bought dress shirts when I was starting up the alcohol company, thinking I'd be allowed to integrate into society. Language, litigation, integration, thinking I'd be able to assimilate, start a business, start a career, make a friend, be treated with respect. And obviously that's fucking hell. And so I'm not kidding you, I probably bought, I think 7 to 10 dress shirts of like the clearance stuff at Kohl's. So these shirts were like $7 to $10. So my mom, again, $12 million outstanding owed to me as contractual payments, my career completely suffocated to the point where I would make $100 million a day tomorrow if I was allowed to just publish my paper, click videos on the internet. So maybe spent all of that money on dress shirts. $100 over 7 fucking years. My mother is still making comments to me. This shouldn't be like, oh, those are moms. These are people that don't know how to fucking behave. They take their insecurity, they pump it into me, and I fucking hate my life because of it. So mom, if you're watching this, I'm sure we're not supporting any of Brad's research to any meaningful capacity. Please just don't be disrespectful about money. The only goal I have is to be completely financially independent. The only reason I am not completely financially independent is because of profound global crime. And so again, I didn't sign up for this life. I didn't sign up to be born into the most worthless, disgusting community that is the St. Francis de Sales, St. Paul, Westville, fucking hellhole community. I did not ask to be born in this fucking world. And nobody can fucking change. You spend all that money on dress shirts. Yep, we're worried about $100 7 years ago. And I'm offering $10 million for a fucking lecture or a musical performance. So again, to the world, genuinely thank you for ruining my relationship with my mom. She cannot be respectful to me about money. She can't. And the only way that would stop is if I was actually published, actually famous, actually my mom seeing me have the wealth that I actually fucking earned. And so, thank you for ruining my relationship with my mother, world. Thank you guys. You guys, Joe Rogan, Patrick Bet-David, Lex Friedman, Andrew Huberman, Eric Weinstein, Brett Weinstein, you guys, Sabine Hobson-Felter, whatever Shiza your fucking name is. Oh, you guys deserve time with your families, in your careers, in your relationships, and I deserve to be disrespected over $100 over 7 years. Literally. Legitimately. Cool beans. Oh, guess what else? Time for more disrespect. So I checked in on my bar investment yesterday, or 2 days ago, and this one went well. And so again, as an investor, I'm again, if I give you money, I expect to never get it back. I really like to. Again, I keep watching CNBC and Shark Tank and seeing people start businesses and fuck all of the sharks, Robert, Lori, David, Mark, who's the other one? Barbara, fuck you people. Fuck you. Maybe one day, Kevin, maybe one day you'll be in our shoes. My mother's being disrespectful to me over $100 over 7 years when I'm literally, evidently the fucking most wealthy fucking person, any real meaning of that word ever. But yeah, fuck you people. Just go spend time with your family. Go spend time with your family. So again, remember, I made this bar investment because again, my mom made a comment, well, you need to start spending your Bitcoin money, as Bitcoin was like at $7,000 a coin. And so if my mom wouldn't have made that comment, I would have had another $80,000 to $100,000 at bona fide sells, not shoulda, woulda, couldas. And so that's why I made that investment and all. And again, I am done with money. My old neighbor Adam, why are you still worrying about money? Because you guys won't pay me and my family won't respect me. It's always the same fucking thing. I've been enduring this for a decade. Every minute of every day, every conversation of every interaction, everything. And so I check in on the bar investment because he said, again, I'm super lax. Like I don't check it. Mark Cuban says, if I make an investment, you need to give me a weekly or week updates every 2 weeks. And then after a little bit, I'll give you some more leeway. I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. I don't want to make it. I didn't want to make this investment. My mom's putting pressure on to me because she doesn't respect me. The entire world is stealing my property at the point where it's fucking torture. I don't give a fuck. I'll try it. Let's make a fucking play. I sold drugs for 5 years. Let's make a fucking play. And so, and again, bar and restaurant owned by a dude, husband and wife, and a family restaurant with people located on their houses on the same street that they work at. So the whole setup was very, very good. So I had to find the investment, vet the investment, make the investment, all of that shit. First day I go there, I throw up there. I've only been there once, but throw up there because my mom is again making me so uncomfortable because now I own something. And now she doesn't know anything because she has a job and she could buy something easily. But well, fuck Brad. And so my mom makes me so uncomfortable that I can't even eat food. I have to go outside and throw up. And now, so it's been 2.5 going on 3 years. I just say, hey, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I said, hey, house sales, any room for return? Because again, he said, certainly by the end of summer. And so it's like we've been 50K the past 2 months, so again, tracking the 550 to 650 for the past couple months, maybe 500 to 600 over the year. But we're still not out of the water, so no return. And then he starts talking about, and then he says, I put myself in a gigantic hole the past year and a half just trying to stay alive. So the thing is now that we're slowly getting back right is I have to pay back loans and money I borrowed so doors wouldn't close. So he raised more money without telling me. He didn't ask me for another round. I literally actively seeking investments over the past fucking year and a half, publicly, demonstrably, readily. And he starts giving me like business lessons, and I don't need fucking business advice. I'm an investor. Where the fuck is my fucking money? And then 99% of restaurants don't start seeing money until year 3. I don't care. Let me get back to you in November and see how it's looking. And again, I don't give a fuck if this thing goes under. I don't care at all. This is a zero to me. But I had to borrow money from family and friends to keep. There's no way Adele's would still be open if I had not borrowed money, without telling me, without fucking telling me, without asking me, as I'm actively seeking investments. This is what disrespect looked like. It's my old neighbor Adam. Why are you still doing this? This is my current partners. They don't respect me. He called me a random fucking white boy. I'm an accredited investor. I teach everybody's fucking children. And I don't give a fuck about this shit. I made a $55,000 investment trying to get some cash flow, and now it's irrelevant to me. But it's another channel of disrespect. I have to open up another relationship to another person that doesn't know how to behave. And then he said there were weeks where we did less than 5K. That's not what we're going to do anything capital letters here. I don't fucking care. For a year, the account was negative 3,000, damn near every day. I don't fucking care. And I said, it sounds like you don't know how to run a business. And then he says, I 100% know what I'm doing. Apparently not. I 100% know what I am doing. We just weren't doing the numbers for the longest. Running a business and not doing the numbers is 100% not knowing what you're doing. 100%. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I want someone to say, hey, that person has treated me with respect. That person has treated me well. That person has believed in me, so I'm going to pay him back with decency and respect in the form of fucking money. No, we're going to go borrow money from somebody else and pay them back first. Yeah, that's no disrespect. Fighting your way out of a hole from jump and then having 3 good months of sales does not equal being home free. Cario, my partner, if you ever watch this, I've been fighting out of a hole my entire life. People forced me into slavery. I've been neglected and abused by everybody I've ever been exposed to the point where I had to sell drugs for 5 years, including after unifying the natural fucking sciences. I am working out of a fucking hole. You people fit into fucking society. So I said, a hole you didn't tell me you were in. 500,000 in sales should net 12% throwing up over your shoes and 20% doing well. I invested in 2 rounds and was informed about nothing. No need for phone calls. You took more money after my second investment without notifying me. And then he says, I have a super small staff, and we bust our ass every single day. Don't tell me you fucking work hard. Fuck everybody. I'm the only one who fucking works at anything. Trying to make this place into what I know it can be. 4.8 reviews, I know, I check it every day on Google. Open to same shit. Ugh. No, I didn't tell you we were in a hole because I'm busy getting out of the hole. You invested money, I'm not coming to you for every little problem Adele has. It sounds like raising more money and potentially going out of business is not a small problem. Like closing the doors doesn't sound like a small problem. So again, it's just another incompetent person that doesn't know how to run a business, and the instant that I have to like try to fit into this fucking world, we work hard, we do everything, I know you fucking don't, I teach your fucking kids. And I say unbelievable. I'm an accredited investor, and 100p, you don't know what you're doing. 55k in a thought, taking money without consulting your primary investor, and paying back your other investors back sooner is not above the table. Profound disrespect. He says, but Brad, by no means am I trying to be disrespectful. I literally can't process insecure behavior. I'm not mad. I'm literally not mad. I just don't know how to fucking fit in. 10 million bucks to leave. 10 million bucks so I can maybe start a family before I'm fucking 40. But, he says, if you want to put me on payroll, we can see something back, and let's make something happen. It's like, well, that's what I was asking for. Again, it could be a 50 bucks a fucking week, just to make me feel like I'm a part of the fucking business. So maybe we can go out to eat once a week or something. So I just say, nah, I'm not mad or trying to put you under more stress if you can't afford it. Again, if you can afford it, I want to return. If you can't afford it, I don't. I don't want the business to go out of business so I can make money sometime. I don't really give a fuck about $55,000. I hate being treated with disrespect. I'm not going to put pressure on a small family bar owner when the entire world governments owe me infinite wealth today. And it's just like, when the fuck does something give? When the fuck does something fucking give? Fuck human beings. And fuck your children older than the age of 12 stealing my property. You're a part of a racket, you're a part of conspiracy, you're part of fraud, and you are hurting people. It's not just me, you're slowing down the education of this entire species. Well, I get disrespected every time I deal with anybody. Ever. And then it says, no, I'm not mad. I say, no, I'm not mad or trying to put you under more stress if you can't afford. Raising more money without telling me is a problem when I can finance plenty. Raising more money isn't a small problem. It says, I understand where you're coming from, blah, 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 another long text, and I just say, sounds good, no worries. It's a write-off for me. If it makes me money, it makes me money. If it doesn't, I don't care. I want to stop getting disrespected. And to stop getting disrespected, I need to be paid my money so I can have dignity and respect to make choices for myself. To make money, I need to put myself into this world. To put myself in this world is to get denied. And then my mom's going to talk to me about $100 over 7 years. Disgusting. My name is Brad Moose. I'm being profoundly and extensively tortured. I'm currently being held captive in Columbus, Ohio, in the United States of America. I'm urgently petitioning someone to respect the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and allow me access to the United States Constitution so I can collect my property and leave. So, again, I'm currently being tortured. Any lies about history to any capacity whatsoever will be prosecuted. I would say to the fullest extent of the law, but there is no laws. So to the fullest extent of decency, to the fullest extent of justice. Justicia. So, thank you for watching Language Litigation Integration Part 144, A Decade of Torture, going for decade number 2. No end in sight, I'm not fucking joking. Thanks for watching.